I got inspired today by a comment on YouTube to vlog. I don't know why I'm vlogging, but maybe I'm doing it to prove a point. My life has drastically changed. I stopped cutting hair behind the chair when I was 30 years old. I am 37 now, 37. And I stopped cutting hair behind the chair because my time was needed in other places. This comment, it calls it, me promoting on my side hustles. I dedicated my life to focusing on solutions that I think would benefit others. First, it started with a barbershop, because all the barbershops in my area, I just felt like the owners didn't care about barbers. I didn't like the way their mentality was, the way they ran their businesses. And so me, Christian Perez, Daniel Santana, we decided to do something about it. And today we have 12 locations here in Tampa Bay. That was my first solution. Of course I'm gonna promote it. This is my life. Then I started a YouTube channel. I was already teaching barbers, helping barbers in my shops get better. We wanted a way to attract more barbers to come work for Headlines, a way to promote Headlines, because we knew we were gonna open a bunch of locations. And in that, it grew bigger than I ever expected. I didn't realize being transparent was dangerous to some people. I remember when I first started doing the type of tutorials that people would sell on DVDs, and I was giving it for free on YouTube, I was getting attacked for that. The game's to be sold, not told. Why you telling all the game for free, blah, blah, blah. It was a solution. It was needed because barbers were gatekeeping. And I remember wanting to know how to do certain techniques, certain things. You had to learn it on your own. It was not easy. It took me so long to become a barber, where now I feel like you guys graduate barber school and y'all doing blurry fades, quick. And a lot of that is attributed to the fact that there's some OGs in this barber industry that started giving out the game. And now YouTube is full of it. And then the next thing was going to shows in person and giving real education is what I felt was needed. In person, real education. So I did that for years. Every weekend I was out doing classes, out every weekend at shows. And in order to do that, we had to have a brand that paid for the travels, for the booths, because these classes were free at these shows. And a lot of y'all don't know, you have to pay to have classes. It's not like they pay you to have classes. It's not until you get to a certain level that you will be paid, because you will attract ticket sales. But when you're building a brand, when you're starting and you're building, you gotta pay for the flights, for the booths. You gotta pay to have the class, for your spot on stage. It's not easy. Of course I'm gonna promote the brand, because that's what pays for the solutions. My YouTube channel was always fun to me, and it was always just documenting the things that I was already doing. Now I'm in a place in my life, there's not a lot to document that you guys would be interested in. I've paid my dues. I've sacrificed a lot. I've worked very hard to be in a situation where a lot of the stuff I do on a daily basis ain't worth documenting, because it's private. It's my family, it's my kids. It's boring. It is scaling. Unfortunately, somebody's got to do it. Right now, the solutions that I'm doing, aside from the mentorship, is FullCap, FullCap.ai. And I've been saying this since I started my YouTube channel. I do not like the booking softwares that are out there. I feel like they take advantage of us. I feel like the moment you start using a booking software that you're paying for, you become part of their gig economy. They own you. They own the data. It's like I hear barbers saying all the time, be your own boss, commission's a scam, blah, blah, blah. But then you on these booking apps that you're paying for, that you bring all your clients onto that platform, and now that booking app is selling advertising spots to put other barbers in your area in front of your clients. They're leeching off of you. And then a lot of these you can't even get your data from. If you want to leave, they're not going to give you a CSV file. They're not going to make it easy for you. They want to own your clients, your data, your business. And I've never been down for that. I've had my own app, Headlines app, in the App Store since 2012. So I've been very consistent about these things. And don't get me wrong, I've changed my mind. I've evolved in other aspects of my life. But this is just not something that I have. So I want to help build the booking platform, the booking software, the operating system for barbershops, because I need it. Because I'm opening barbershops, I'm scaling barbershops. That's what's really happening in my life. And I'm just documenting it. So I understand it's hard to have that perspective, and it's hard for me to have y'all's perspective, right? When I look at this comment, I appreciate it. and it's valid. It's honest, it's real. Had to break up this video real quick. I like these. They're not the best for you, but they're not the worst for you. And it actually tastes all right, man. It actually tastes good for protein cookies or whatever. It ain't bad. And then we only do spring water in this household. We need these minerals. So yeah, anyways, the only thing I didn't appreciate about the comment was insinuating all I do is promote my side hustles. Like that's just disrespectful. You know, the video that the comments on is 16.5 minutes, maybe a minute and a half was me talking about FullCap. The rest of it is just reacting to an individual's opinion on a topic in the industry. And so people tag me on these videos, which I really appreciate. If you see a video on Instagram or on TikTok or on YouTube and you tag me in the comments and it's like a good thought-provoking video, I'll react to it. I'll talk about it, man. You know, some people still appreciate my opinion on things, and I enjoy giving my perspective, you know, because it makes you think a little bit. That's the only thing I didn't like about the comment, but other than that, man, it's valid. Thank God I'm not in this hamster wheel where I gotta seek virality. I gotta seek what gets views. If there was a drought of haircut tutorials out there and that was a solution, I might do it still, but it's not. There's so many talented barbers that cut better hair than I do these days. I'm rusty, man. I ain't what I used to be, and y'all have evolved, you know, beyond what I think the last generation did. And I know there's still criticism, enhancements, all this, all that, but when I look at these young barbers, man, how quickly they're growing and how diverse their skill sets are, and then they're doing the content and everything on top, man, that was hard to find, to be that well-rounded. So big ups to you guys, to this new era of barbering, man. Really dope. But yeah, FullCap is not it's not just a side hustle that I'm promoting. It's literally part of my life. It's how I'm growing my family tree. It's what's operating the businesses that I'm gonna be able to pass down for generations. It's a big deal to me. So I'm building with Scott, with the team over there at FullCap.ai. We're building what I think is God sent, man, for so many business owners, barbershop owners, barbers, just barbers behind the chair. I think, you know, once you get on the platform, you will appreciate what we're building. And it's not going anywhere, man. What it looks like now to next year is going to be crazy. We got so much in store for it. It's already right now better than all the apps out there, in my opinion. This is my dirty ass truck. My kids do a good job of keeping it that way too. Look, this is how you know what I've been up to lately. I got a baller cam. This thing is fire. If you got kids that play sports, this thing for the price is literally amazing. The only complaint about the baller cam is you gotta have, like, if you really want to use it to its full potential, you gotta have 2 phones. So maybe, you know, you use your wife or your kid's phone to record, and then the other phone to like track stats and stuff like that. But that's the only complaint. Other than that, it is amazing, worth every penny. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be working on the laptop, and then my kids be training. This is baller cam right here. So like you can see how it tracks everything. Come on. Look at that. That looks good. Look how it's tracking the ball. Fire, right? So this guy was just telling me Valentina is shy, but that's him. Played in the majors. How cool is that? Really cool, man. You guys can see all the professional athletes that train at this facility or have trained at this facility.
Is there a huge difference between the web version and like the term?
So you can see what I'm talking about. I'm using a hotspot right now, so it's a little bit slow, but it's literally an application for your Mac. But if you look on the top left corner, you can see where it says chat, co-work, code, right? So it gives Claude direct access to your computer. The desktop version has everything the web version has, but it's more powerful.
So this is it, and I just hit download for Mac.
Yep. And there's even an iOS app that will let you control your computer from your phone. So that was a Snowball call. We did the 6FB mentorship, or we still do it, and great and all that, but people were still asking for like intimate, more focused help with their business. And so like Carson, who was in there, he since he's been in the Snowball program, he's bought real estate, he's opened his own barber shop. Now he's starting to grow the barber shop. You know, he's learning how to advertise, he's learning how to hire, he's learning how to run his business where it doesn't run him, but also have a good balance in life. He's got, you know, beautiful family, kids, all that good stuff, and he's just leveraging coaching. So, you know, the way I look at life a lot of times, bro, is I'm not gonna say it's a video game or nothing like that, but you know, a lot of people will grind out in a video game and they'll stack, you know, VC points for their 2K player and stuff. Man, you gotta be the 2K player, right? And so everybody needs some type of coaching. Not every, I mean, you know, it just depends. If you are an ambitious individual, it is always smart to get coaching. My kids can go on YouTube and they can learn how to do these workouts and do this stuff, but coaching is bigger than that. It's accountability. It's being in an environment, being around people. There are professional athletes that are at this gym, basketball players that play overseas, Tampa Bay Rays players that train here. They're around a culture and an environment where it breeds athletes, but also individuals with work ethic, individuals who are healthy. I don't even know how to explain it, man, sometimes. But, you know, I tried to get I built gyms at my house. And this is when I was in the gym heavy. And I still would go to the gym instead. So that's the coaching program. This is what I'm talking about. What I'm gonna do, vlog this stuff, you know. If you find it interesting, you know, let me know. Maybe the comment section will help guide me into making these vlogs a little bit more interesting. Right now I'm motivated because of that comment. All right, but let's go back inside. I was on that call for like an hour. My kids got like 15 minutes left in their workout, so I'm gonna go back inside. I have another call in 30 minutes, so once they're done in the next 10 minutes, we'll fly back to that crib, start the next call, and then, no, I'm lying. I gotta take them to the gym. I'm taking them to go play to the YMCA to try to get as many shots up as possible in the next hour. My son usually gets about 300 made shots in that hour. My daughter usually around like 200, 250. My son's a better shooter, but he's older, you know. So one of the things that I learned though is teach your kids how to make shots. So if they can't make 3-pointers, don't have them missing 500 3-point shots in the session. Move up closer to where you can keep the correct form, and you can make your shots. And then they can start backing up as they make shots consistently. Anyhow, I'm racing home because I got a call in 10 minutes. So I'm gonna race home, get on this call, and that'll be my responsibilities for today as far as calls that I have scheduled. Tampa traffic. Call is done. If you didn't know, this is my setup at home. It's messy, but it works great. Got the mic, Stream Deck, Rodecaster. That's a very nice camera. I think I paid A7S, whatever. It was like, the whole setup was like $6,000 between the lens and everything. I built this over a couple of years, a few years actually. It was supposed to be a content studio, and based on kind of where my life is at, for the longest time, for a while, I was just doing just general topics. And that's, you know, the comment said something like, look at the views on your videos. People don't want to see this. That's not necessarily true. What really happened is I took a few months where I was reacting to just current events, because I felt like in the barbershop, that's what we do anyways. And I'm not in the shop like that no more. So I was reacting to like current events, political stuff, sports, and that really killed my channel because I didn't really I knew YouTube's algorithm, but I didn't really understand it like that. Like, you have to stick to the topic, or they're not gonna take those videos and push them to even your subscribers. And then one more thing, I'm moving soon, so I will not be in this apartment probably by in the next couple of months, we're planning on moving. So buying a house, something with a backyard, something with I could put a basketball court. It's a new chapter in my life, man. Got big plans tonight, huh? Okay. And this is what we're doing. Oh, they got the scooter. You want the bike or the scooter? All right, after frantic emails and phone calls because I guess I missed some emails and I didn't send out closing docs, stuff like that. Looks like they're gonna have to do another freaking extension. I just wanna close on this shit already. So selling houses, buying houses, pain in the ass. Now I'm going to the barber shop to give my son wow, I caught that. He almost fell. To give my son a haircut because he's got a date today. I didn't get to record my son's cut because my phone died. But we are now dropping Penny off to Lex, the best dog trainer out there ever. And he happens to be an amazing barber that headlines as well. My dog is bougie. She gets Ollie. She gets meal prep pretty much. She don't eat regular dog food. I think it's amazing though. It's really good stuff. And keeps my baby healthy.
4L.